Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we could do better than that. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's better, that's better. I'd like to welcome you all to Bloomfield College's 148th commencement ceremony. As the ceremony is about to begin in a few short minutes, we ask that guests remain in their seats for the duration of the ceremony and refrain from blocking aisles and passageways by attempting to greet or take photos of graduates. There will be an opportunity for one guest of each graduate to approach the designated picture area located to my right, your stage left, when their graduate is on stage in order to take a photo. We ask that all cell phones to be turned off or onto silent during the duration of the ceremony to ensure that guests can hear and enjoy commencement activities. Please note that Bloomfield College enforces social distancing and the wearing of face coverings at all events. Also note the sign for the restrooms in Talbot Hall, which is the building in the middle to my right and your left. We thank you for your cooperation and congratulations to all the students and their families of the class of 2021.
Good morning. Board of Trustees Chair Turner, member of the Bloomfield College Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, staff and administrators, proud parents, family and friends, community guests, and most especially, members of the graduating class of 2021. Wait a second, please. That was, I would grade that about a B. Let me try that again, please. Members of the graduating class of 2021. Okay, A-, we'll work on that still. I'm Dr. Michael Palladino, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of Faculty, and it's my great pleasure and privilege to preside over today's wonderful celebration, and it is indeed a wonderful celebration. Please remain standing for the invocation to be delivered by the Reverend Dr. Anita R. Wright, Bloomfield College Chaplain and Pastor of Trinity Presbyterian Church. Dr. Wright.
Good morning. Let us pray. For the pomp and the circumstance and all the rituals that mark a return to what we once deemed normal, we give thanks. For the celebration of this accomplishment, the ability to gather in person, we give thanks. Today we acknowledge the hard work necessary to make this day possible, the tests, the papers, the long hours, the late nights, the shift to learning in different ways, the perseverance, and all those who supported us along the way, family, friends, and support systems, all of which we give thanks. We have faced it all, some with grace, some with gratitude, and some with misgivings, yet we are here and we give thanks. Therefore, we acknowledge all that has been, and we celebrate this day with thanks, remembering those who have come who could not be with us, cherishing their memories, and rejoicing in this day, this moment in time. We welcome the spirit of gratitude. We welcome the spirit of rejoicing. We welcome with anticipation all that is to come. In this moment, we embrace our joy. Enter, sweet spirits, as we set aside this moment to commemorate all that we have accomplished. Enter, gentle spirits, as we embrace this day of commencement. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Wright. Please be seated. It is now my privilege to present to you Mr. William H. Turner III, Chair of the Bloomfield College Board of Trustees, to provide greetings on behalf of our trustees. Chairman Turner.
Got to take my mask off for that one, or you can't hear me. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Bloomfield College Board of Trustees, it is my great honor and pleasure to welcome you, to each of you, to the 6th ceremonies of Bloomfield College 148th commencement. Class of 2021, you have reached this special milestone. I'm not close. Can you hear me better? I usually am very loud. You've reached a special milestone after one of the most challenging years for college and university students in modern history. Today, we pause and celebrate you and the great grit and determination you have scheduled to complete your degree during the hurdles brought on by the effects of the pandemic and the social unrest across our country. Today is your day. You can applaud that. President Evans, thank you for leadership during these troublesome times, and many thanks to the faculty and staff who have arranged new ways of teaching online, engaging students in a rich campus life through virtual or socially distant events, and new ways of providing students with access to advising, counseling, and additional support. I've been given written speech, but I also just say one more time, I am so honored to have worked with your president for the last few years. She's a terrific star, and I think she'd have another round of applause for President, please. Thank you. That wasn't in the script they gave me, but I felt I had to say it. What everyone here has accomplished is truly extraordinary and has been one of all the college trustees. We are strategically guiding the college to continue success. I know that you, the class of 2021, join me in expressing heartfelt expectations of all those who have been on your side to make this day a reality. It lets me give everyone a big round of applause for that, please. My final thought on our graduation class today. We have taken great pride in teaching you to grow, and we are eager for you to stay connected with your alma mater and continue to keep informed about your lives, where your employment, whether you go to graduate school and the like. And we want those very fond memories of Bloomfield College to be with you wherever you go. To each and every one of you, a heartfelt congratulations and best wishes for a healthy, prosperous, and successful year. Congratulations to you all.
We have a guest singer this morning. Please introduce Miss Tara Keelan. Tara?
Comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. When you face the world alone, no one reaches out a hand for you to hold, and you can find love if you search within yourself, and the emptiness you felt will disappear. Then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on. that a hero lies in you. In you. Congratulations to the Bloomfield College class of 2021.
Absolutely beautiful, Tara. Thank you so much. Please take a moment to look around. We're here in person, together on this beautiful campus, gathering to recognize the graduating class of 2021. Graduates, you have endured and persevered through a period of history unlike any experiences for recent generations, but you did it. Raise your hand if you're tired of Zoom meetings. Among our graduates, we have traditional students, we have adult students, we have students representing cultures from around the world, and among them we have first-generation college students and soon-to-be college graduates. Congratulations to all. We cannot celebrate you enough. Please stand and allow us to recognize you. Get used to this because we're going to make you get up and down a lot. So our graduates, please stand. Today belongs to you, but of course we share your success with the faculty of Bloomfield College and your families and friends who are here with us today or watching by live stream, perhaps even abroad. They too have been challenged, so we thank them for their love and support of our students. Faculty, family, friends, and loved ones of our graduates, please rise so we can all give you a round of applause. Please be seated. We also could not be gathered here today without extraordinary sacrifice from many members of our community. If you're an active service member or military veteran, please stand, including among our students. Thank you for your service and sacrifice. We appreciate you every day. I also ask that anyone on the front lines in healthcare, physicians, nurses, therapists, assistants, technicians, EMTs, and many more, please take a moment to stand. We too owe you a great deal of gratitude for your outstanding work through the pandemic. Thank you for all you do each and every day. And as you saw today, in our ranks of our graduates, we have both veterans and healthcare workers. Please also join me in wishing farewell to retiring faculty who, through their service and dedication to Bloomfield College, have made outstanding contributions across the college and in our communities and contributed richly to the success of our graduates. Collectively, our faculty colleagues who are retiring this year have dedicated 279 years of service to the college. That is extraordinary. This morning, as we celebrate creative arts and technology and the humanities, the following faculty in those divisions are retiring and are honored with the designation of emeritus faculty. And if those faculty members are here, as I call your name, I ask you to please rise. Professor Nancy Bacci, our Grand Marshal today, Professor Emerita of Computer Graphics, 33 years of service at Bloomfield College. Professor Lynn Odo, Professor Emeritus of Animation, 21 years of service to Bloomfield College. Dr. Jean Dolores Nutter, Professor Emerita of Communication, 19 years of service. Dr. Nutter is not here this morning. Professor Thomas T. L. Toyenton, Professor Emeritus of Creative Arts and Technology, 19 years of service to Bloomfield College. Thank you to all of our colleagues for your service to our college community. We wish you well in your future endeavors. You will be missed, but we know you will stay part of the Bloomfield College family forever. For our commencements this year, we have selected students with the highest grade point average in their academic division to provide remarks. It is now my distinct pleasure to recognize Mr. Stephen Bufano, graduating with a degree in Interdisciplinary Studies, English, Writing, and Media, with a 3.984 GPA. Stephen, please come forward to bring greetings on behalf of the class of 2021.
Good morning, class of 2021. My name is Stephen Bufano, and I am honored to be speaking to you today. For those that know me, you know that I didn't come to Bloomfield College right after high school. And what I mean by this is the fact that I didn't go to a four-year college right after my high school graduation. I came to Bloomfield as a student in my early to mid-20s, and in between my time from graduating from high school and coming to Bloomfield College, I had a variety of experiences in the real world. And during these moments, I had the pleasure of interacting with individuals from all different types of backgrounds. Some of my interactions were positive, and some were negative. But regardless, I always managed to learn something of value. And during my time with these individuals, I learned many lessons. One of the most important lessons that I learned, and that has stuck with me till this day, is that knowledge is the foundation of all things. And knowing should be the start to whatever you pursue in life. Whatever you want to create or whatever you want to do for yourself in life must first be rooted in your knowledge of that very thing. Now, I am very blessed because throughout my life, I have had many individuals help contribute to my foundation. And I'm happy and proud to say that my time at Bloomfield College has helped to further build that foundation and further prepare me for the world we live in, and that is why we are all here today. I know it may be cliche to say this, but this is a milestone for all of us. I'm sorry. What we all accomplished is something that will ultimately take us to greater places, and this is why knowledge is and should be the foundation, because knowing is the preparation needed for doing. And so now it's time for us to do. So let's go out into the real world and apply what we learned. Our time at Bloomfield has helped us all refine our talents. It's time to do for ourselves and our families, and more importantly, go out there and make this world a better place. Because we are the foundation of whatever we contribute in this world, and collectively, we are the foundation of whatever our world looks like. Although I am sad to say goodbye to Bloomfield College, I know for certain that we are all prepared to add on to the world around us. It is truly up to us to create a positive change in this world, and now we have a strong, sturdy foundation to assist us in doing that. I want to thank all my professors that I have had while at Bloomfield College, along with the faculty and staff. I also want to thank my parents and all my loved ones who gave me support during my undergraduate studies. I wish peace, love, and success for all of you. Congratulations, everyone.
Fantastic job, Stephen. Fantastic. One of the privileges of institutions of higher education is the authority to recognize individuals who, by virtue of their achievements, position, or service, merit our public commendation. Bloomfield College values this privilege and is exercising this today by recognizing Mr. Richard A. Laveau, President Emeritus. Mr. Laveau, would you please come forward to join President Evans and I to be recognized? Richard A. Laveau, Honorary Doctor of Laws. You've had a distinctive career in New Jersey higher education and as a practicing attorney. You served as president of Bloomfield College for 16 years and retired with emeritus status in 2019. Before coming to Bloomfield, you practiced law for 29 years and were a partner at the national law firm Drinker, Biddle, and Reith, LLP. You served for over 30 years as a member of the Rutgers University Board of Trustees and Board of Governors, including 3 years as chair of the Board of Trustees and 2 years as chair of the Board of Governors. You served as chair of the Association of Independent Colleges and Universities, chair of the New Jersey President's Council, and as a member of the Scholarship Selection Committee of the New Jersey Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. You served on numerous boards and executive committees, including the New Jersey State Opera Board, the Mountainside Health Foundation Board, and the Board of Trustees of the Woodrow Wilson National Fellowship Foundation. You earned a bachelor's degree with high distinction in political science from Rutgers College and a Juris Doctor with specialization in international affairs from the Cornell Law School. You are also the recipient of an Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters from Rutgers University and have been awarded honorary doctorates from 3 prestigious overseas universities. President Evans, it is my honor to present Richard Laveau for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
For your contribution to New Jersey higher education and community affairs, and your commitment to the lives of New Jerseyans, Bloomfield College is proud to confer upon you the degree of Honorary Doctor of Laws with all the rights, duties, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Let's give him another round of applause. We invite you now to give some remarks.
It is such a pleasure to be here. You know, for 16 years I've been giving out honorary degrees, and they say it's more blessed to give than to receive. But I feel pretty blessed receiving it. It's quite an honor, and I'm so delighted to be here to share this day with you. I wanted to thank so many people who've been at Bloomfield College during my terms, but in particular over the last year when I haven't been here. To Marquita Evans, your president, thank you for taking care of this beautiful place. This has not been an easy year. You've held things together, and we owe you, and I owe you, a special debt of gratitude. And thank you for your wonderful, wonderful service. Thank you to the Board of Trustees who were so supportive of me, and to the students who are getting your degree today. You know, for 17 years, the graduating class have gotten better and better looking. And this year, I can't tell because you're all wearing these masks, but you look pretty handsome and pretty with the masks on, so congratulations to you for that. The parents, you know, when I went to college, I started college in 1966, and I'll never forget the expression in my parents' eyes when they let me out of the car for the first time to go to class, and I know how they swelled with pride and how you're feeling so proud of your students today. And thank you so much for your help and support in helping them get through. And also I want to specifically thank the faculty. You know, this has been a terribly difficult year learning how to teach in a different way. I have an identical twin brother who still teaches at his advanced age. Hey, that's my age, it's not that advanced. And his wife, who also teaches on the college level, and the difficulties they've had in adjusting to the new world. And while we hope more classes will come back, and primarily education should be face-to-face, the new era of technology is upon us. And my congratulations to those of you who've learned how to do things one way, and because of the need to serve, have learned to do things another way. Well, I've now taken 2 of my 5 minutes. And now, so let me take 3 minutes to tell you what's on my mind. You know, graduation speeches can be two types. That is, too long and much too long. So I'm going to try to sum it up very quickly, and that is, I want to get off the theme that we just heard. Take off from the theme we heard this morning from the beautiful young singer, that a hero lies in you and what you can do to change the world. Because I really believe that is what we are here for. We have a world in which so many things seem to be going so horribly wrong. It seems that way probably because newspapers always report what's going wrong, not what's going right. But I got up this morning very early and I looked at the New York Times on my iPad. I never thought I would ever say that. I looked at the New York Times on my iPad and I see terrible problems of pollution in Jakarta, Indonesia, where people's lungs look like they've been smoking for 25 years and never smoked a cigarette because the air is so terribly polluted. And I spoke in Jakarta several years ago, you'll see from the bio, and when I talked about environmental compliance, which was my field, I was actually hissed by developers who were in the audience. I didn't know what I was talking about, and yet somebody has to change that. When you look at another part of the world in India, a really sorrowful story today about two identical twins who both passed away about the same time. And I thought about my identical twin and how I would feel if we were lying side by side, and how the world has to find a way to stop this and make this world a safer place, not only for the identical twins of the world, but for all of us. And then I hear about the bombings taking place in the Gaza Strip, and what a terrible world this is, where people are constantly fighting and at war at each other for dozens and dozens of years. And then I think about what's happening to African Americans in this country and what we think we must do to make this world an accommodating place for people of all ethnicities, particularly to our African American citizens who are forced into this country, into the most horrible labor to make this country a wealthy and successful country. And so who's going to make that happen? It's going to be people who are willing to contribute. And I want to end with two short stories and a song. And unlike the previous singer, I will not sing my song. I will recite the lyrics, although I am a very fine opera baritone. Okay, one story, and I'll take these are personal stories. One person that I met was a professor of international business who was quite prominent and who had almost no sense of humor. He was an elderly man. He was curled up, wore very thick glasses, and he would read his lectures, and you didn't say anything to him. And after class, there were 300 of us in the lecture. I went to his office and talked to him about one of the cases he discussed. And I said, Professor Schlesinger, did you notice that in this particular opinion there's a contradiction because footnote 23 says this and you said that? And he picked his head up and a smile went like that, and he looked at me through these very, very thick glasses and said, someone with an idea. That's what the world needs. We need people with ideas to change the world. And then what I discovered is when he retired at a very elderly age, he decided to fly out to San Francisco and became a member of another law school faculty that only hired retired elderly law faculty, Hastings School of Law in San Francisco. And from the Hastings position, he drafted substantial revisions to national criminal procedure, although that wasn't his area. It was an interest, because he had an idea. The idea was, I can make this terrible world of criminal law a little better. And to this day, some of the laws of New York and California bear the imprint of Rudolf Schlesinger, who made a tremendous difference. And that is the kind of things, you won't all be going out and doing full-time public service work, but you will have ideas that need to be brought to bear. My second story, I met a physicist whose name was Hans Bethe. I'll tell you just 1 minute about Hans Bethe. Hans Bethe won the Nobel Prize in physics in the late 1960s. He was a lifelong friend of Albert Einstein. He was the chair of the theoretical physics branch of the Manhattan Project under Oppenheimer, which developed the A-bomb in World War II. He was courted by institutions all over the world, and I sat with him in a committee to determine whether required physical education should be imposed on freshmen and sophomores. A bizarre way to meet someone like that. And I was told by the dean of my law school that he had turned down, that is, Professor Bethe had turned down offers to go to Harvard. No, I'm not saying Harvard's the greatest school in the world, although I'm sure there are many who would say that, but he turned down Harvard, and I just didn't quite understand why. He and I took a walk across a very large campus, and I said, Professor Bethe, I know something about your background. And he said, yes, that's right. I said, is it true? Is it possibly true you turned down going to Harvard to be a member of the faculty there? He said, well, let me tell you, Harvard came to me and said, please visit Cambridge, which I did. And they offered me much more money than I was earning. And they said, in addition, Professor Bethe, this is what we will offer you. You will not be expected to teach any undergraduates. You will not be expected to attend any faculty meetings.
You will not be expected to attend or participate in any college committees. You can spend your full time researching. He said, at that moment, I said to him, my whole family was destroyed by Adolf Hitler. I'm the only survivor. And we came from a society in which very few evil people were able to win because most people were not expected to get involved. I don't want to be a part of a university where I'm not expected to be involved. He said, that's why I stayed here, why I serve on these committees, why I go to faculty meetings, why I teach undergraduates, because no matter what I'm able to do in life, if I'm not expected to do anything, it makes the world a worse place. About 25 years thereafter, Professor Beta passed away 2 months short of his 99th birthday. I traveled up to Ithaca, New York, a 4-hour trip to attend the services. And one speaker after another told similar stories about how he had been thrown in prison for marching with the Freedom Riders, how he had attended demonstrations against the war in Vietnam and had suffered physical injury. He was a man who threw himself into the world, and so I just want to remember him. And then the final point, I want to get back to the music, and I will not sing. The year was 1963. I was listening to rock and roll surreptitiously because my father wanted me to only listen to classical music. That's all he wanted I was permitted to listen to. But I had a radio and I was listening to somebody. You may have heard the name Cousin Bruce Morrow. He was a very popular disc jockey in those days. And he played a song from a gospel singer who had a pop hit in 1953 and then it was re-released in '63. The name of the singer was Faye Adams. And Miss Adams' song was Shake a Hand. And she had a beautiful contralto, deep, resonant gospel singer's voice. And she sang, just leave it to me. Don't ever be ashamed. Just give me a chance. I'll take care of everything. Your troubles I'll share. Let me know and I'll be there. I'll stay close to you any place and anywhere. Shake a hand. And as the previous singer talked about, reaching out, shaking hands of people, reaching out, not only offering help, but asking for help. Don't be afraid to work in groups. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to give help. That is a tremendous, to me, that song is something that has stayed with me. In fact, I bought the 45 RPM, if anybody remembers what those are, in 1963, and I still have it. And now that all of her greatest hits are on CD, I'm listening to more Faye Adams than I ever thought I would hear. And before coming up here, I checked on Wikipedia to see if there were any other interesting items about Faye Adams. This Saturday, she turns 98 years old, and she's living in Newark. So, if by chance there's somebody in the audience who knows any of Faye Adams' relatives or descendants, please let her know that she means something very dear to a lot of people. And it's a song that we could hold close to our chests, and I do to mine, and offer you only the following: love your life, do good, and shake a hand. Thank you.
President Emeritus Laveau, thank you so much for those heartfelt comments, and welcome back to Bloomfield College. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the 17th President of Bloomfield College, Dr. Marquita P. Evans, to provide our commencement address. President Evans will soon celebrate her second year at the college, and since she missed out on commencement last year, Dr. Evans is making up for it this year with 7 addresses. President Evans, please approach the podium and deliver our commencement address.
Hello, 2021 graduates. Woo-hoo! You know, as mentioned, this is my first commencement ceremony here, and I'm from Texas, and we're loud in Texas. Y'all are a little too quiet for me, so I need a little bit more energy and interaction. One more time. Woo-hoo! You know, I am so pleased and happy to be able to look out at you and see you in person. Students, family members, friends, faculty, and trustees, this has been a challenging year, full of many hurdles that have come before us. But you know what? You have been resilient. You have persevered. You have made it to this moment. And again, congratulations. This is the day that you've worked so hard for. And today marks the end of this part of your educational journey. Today is about you reaching that milestone, that major milestone that someone mentioned earlier, and that is important that we stop and pause and celebrate it. And today, again, I offer my sincerest congratulations. You know, as I reflected on the heartfelt message that I wanted to share with you today, I smiled, and I thought about all the many graduations that I participated in. Some of you may know my husband and I, who's out there in the audience, we have 6 kids. And with those 6 kids, plus being a faculty member, and I will say, of those 6, 5 are girls. So I would say God has a sense of humor with that. We have been at many, many graduations. And, you know, between my graduations, attending the graduations of our children and now grandchildren and a faculty member, I've heard quite a few. Some of them memorable, and some of them not so much. There are 3 rules, though, that I've heard stated over and over again at graduation ceremonies, and it goes like this. And I'm hopefully going to follow those rules today. Be brief, be brilliant, and be seated. Okay? Now, I know I'm going to be brief, and I will be seated. I'll leave it up to you whether this is brilliant or not. Okay, going back to my brief remarks. When I think back on the graduations I've heard over my lifetime, there's really only one that really sticks with me and has resonated with me for decades. And that was my high school graduation. And I graduated from high school back in 1976. Woo! Some of your parents maybe weren't even born by then. That was a long time ago. But that was an important year in the history of our country. It was our bicentennial year. And in Washington, D.C., we had a lot of celebrations that were going on. So Reverend Jesse Jackson came, and he was my high school graduation speaker. And it wasn't really the speech that resonated so much with me. It was the words that he said to us as graduates. And he had us do this chant over and over again. And the chant goes like this: I am somebody. Think about that. I am somebody. Do you feel that way? Think about who you are, where you are, and how you got to this moment. You know, that is the whole point of worthiness, and knowing again that you are not an imposter. You have earned this degree. You have made it to this point. Now, I recognize that I'm the one standing between you getting your degree and flipping that tassel over to the other side, and possibly some parties that are going on later on and celebrations. So I'm going to just ask you to pause for a second and clear your thoughts and think about what made you decide to come to Bloomfield College. Our student speaker talked about earlier on about how, again, you know, he was later on. He didn't come straight out of high school. Each one of you has had your own unique, special journey to get you to this moment. As you start thinking about continuing your education at Bloomfield College, were you excited? Okay, I see some heads nodding. Were you a little nervous? Maybe, you know? Some of you, again, raise your hand if you're first generation. Let's give them a round of applause. You know, being the first in your family to make this decision to pursue higher education, that's a lot. And it evokes a lot of different emotions within you. You know, sometimes we had family members that are pulling with us, and sometimes we had family members that maybe were pulling against us. As you went through this journey, there are a lot of different things that happen. But I hope as you sit here in this moment, at this time, and look at everything that it took for you to get here, that it finally brings a smile to your face. Because you have earned it. You have earned this moment, and that is so important. You had a dream, however many years it took you to get to this point, but you had a dream that you could become a college graduate. You know, when I think about just the definition of the word dream, it gets back to something that is a strongly desired goal or purpose. A strongly desired goal or purpose. The reason you're celebrating this today is because you had that dream, and not only did you dream it, you didn't let anything get in your way, even a pandemic get in your way, to stop you from attaining that dream. And again, I want a round of applause because I want a little action going on. You know, you may have had some bumps along the way, but no matter how difficult your classes may have been, no matter how tired you were, no matter how crazy you thought some of your professors were, and believe me, I know I've been one of those crazy professors, or how nutty you may have thought some of those assignments were, you didn't let that get you down. You persevered and you continued. And we're so excited. Now, guess what? You can almost breathe because you're almost done. And in a few minutes, you're going to walk across this stage having attained that dream. You thought about it, you did it, and now trust that you have achieved it. You know, when I think about all the people that helped me get to where I am today, there have been so many people in my life that have helped me become president of Bloomfield College. The first thing when you think about a dream is that you must realize that you will never, ever be an island. You did not do this on your own. I want you to take a moment and think about all the beautiful people joining you, watching this ceremony, that's here with you today. They are here for you, to be a witness to your success, to vicariously live through your accomplishments, for your success. And I too, by way of Alabama and Texas and now New Jersey, I am here to be a witness as well to this wonderful accomplishment of you attaining your degree today. You know, when you thought about coming to the ceremony on your academic journey and all the obstacles, whether it was not enough money, not enough time, this is just too difficult, think about your friends, your family, your peers, anyone that was there to help you along this journey. You know, when I was thinking about going to school, I will tell you, and I have a lot of letters behind my name. I'll never forget, first semester I was taking a statistics class. And I took the test and I thought, oh my God, I failed this test. I am not supposed to be here. I am not going to make it. And I literally started crying and thinking, I am going to have to drop out because this is just not for me. I'm just not smart enough. And have you ever heard of the imposter syndrome? Raise your hand if you've heard of the imposter syndrome. This is a syndrome where you're in a space and you're in a place and you think, I really don't belong here. I really am not good enough. And I started having those doubts. And so I was looking for my advisor because I'm thinking, I have got to just drop this class, right? And I literally was walking through a door, ran into one of my professors. And he looked at me and saw that I was bawling and crying like a nut. And he went, Marquita, what is wrong with you? And I went, I'm not supposed to be here. I failed this statistics class. And, I was just going on and on. And now that I look back on it, I'm sure, again, that he thought I was really crazy. And he says, calm down. Let's talk about it, and let's figure it out. Now, decades later, I am a president of Bloomfield College. That moment with that faculty member transformed my life. And I think about it from the perspective of, if he had not been there, if he had not taken the time to tell me to breathe, that you can do this. And what's really funny is I almost ended up making an A in that class. I didn't, okay, that would be another fairy tale story, but I got a B. But again, I persevered and I made it through. And that was because I had support systems and family members and friends to help me get to this point where I am today. The second thing that I want you to think about as far as attaining this degree is, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do with your life? Being a mother of 6, my husband and I would say our dream was not only that they graduated, but they got a job, hopefully in the field in which they got their degree in, and they had good insurance. That's a parent's dream, right? Well, we're hoping the same thing for you in all those categories, but really what I want you to think about is the importance of what you're going to do with this degree. How hopefully all the content that has been poured into you based on your major, that you're not only taking the content now, but you're molding it and making it into something that's special and unique for you. And that you're reaching back or across or whatever your circle is to lift someone else up. Because you've accomplished this dream. There'll be more dreams. There'll be other dreams, but there are little ones behind you, whether siblings or cousins or whatever in your community, that are now looking at you. For those of you that raised your hand as first generation, you have set now that roadmap for others to say that if I, Marquita, can do this, then doggone it, I can too, right? So again, that's what I want you to think about. Not only that you weren't an island, but now what you're going to do with that. My grandmother used to have this saying all the time: when much is given, much is required. Just think about that. When much is given, much is required. You cannot sit on what you've learned. And also one of her other favorite sayings was, baby girl, once you get your education or get your lesson, no one can take it away from you. They can take your house, they can take your car, they can take the clothes off your back. But once your mind has been enlightened and brightened, they cannot take that away from you. So always remember that. The final statement that I want to make, is never stop dreaming and never limit yourself. Continue to work hard, thank you, and achieve your dreams. Use your education to be a shining light in your workplace. Let your actions and messages to others be that Bloomfield College is a place where learners can write their own stories, a place where leaders are born, a place where dreams become those that are achieved and success is duly reachable. I want you to be bold. I want you to be extraordinary. And I want you to continue to write this wonderful story and journey of your life. Finally, as I get to the very, very end of my remarks, I want you to enjoy life. If this pandemic has taught us anything is that life is short. We must embrace every single moment as a precious moment, because tomorrow, even later today, is not even promised to us. My final quote is from Mark Twain, and it goes like this: 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Because Bloomfield College class of 2021, it is time to set your sails. In the great Reverend Jesse Jackson's words, if he was here to say it to you, you are somebody. You had a dream, you achieved that dream, now catch those sails and those winds to the next major milestone. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Evans, for an A speech and for your heartfelt remarks, for your leadership, and for all that you do to help and support the college community each and every day. It is now time for the conferral of degrees, the moment for which we are gathered here today. This year, we have over 300 exceptional individuals who have earned a degree from Bloomfield College, and each of you deserve to be so very proud of your accomplishments as we are proud of you. Everyone at the college is privileged to have played a role in preparing you for today, Great job. You made it, and we are all so deeply proud. This morning, as we award degrees to our graduating students from the Creative Arts and Technology and the Humanities divisions, degrees will be awarded individually to our graduates, with candidates to be called by their academic area, and each graduate's name will be read by a member of the faculty. This morning, Dr. Fiona Harris Ramsby will be reading the names of our graduating students. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise? President Evans, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. They have satisfied all academic requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Bloomfield College.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees, I hereby grant the degree of Bachelor of Arts. You may now rotate your tassel to the left, signifying the conferral of a degree of Bachelor of Arts. Woo-hoo!
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise? President Evans, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. They have satisfied all academic requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Bloomfield College.
Again, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees, I hereby grant the Bachelor of Science. You may now rotate your tassel to the left, signifying the conferral of the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Candidates, please come forward to be recognized. Now, as we have our candidates process across the stage, we have waited far too long to get to this moment today. So we're not going to ask you to wait any further. So as the names of each of our candidates are called, please let everyone hear the name and then celebrate and acknowledge. Be loud, be proud. We're going to savor the moment as we recognize each graduate coming across the stage, and we'll pause and wait for that next name. So please applaud each candidate as they process across the stage.
We're not settling for A-minuses here, arts and humanities. Melissa Amaya. Congratulations. Aisha Aponte. Genesis Arias. Cum laude. Tavian Barnes. Eric Baracol. Tidell Blackwell. Anthony Bonacci. Tracy Burke. Justin Carazana. Frederick Church. Good name. Javier del Rosario. Sean Farkas. Laura Ann Ginard. Jose Manuel Garcia. Jack Jan Dussault. Sorry, having a minute. Momin Hamad. It's good to see you. How are you? Andrew. Hey, Harris. Matthew Hernandez. Devin Hood. Summa cum laude. Oh my God. Eric Isaacs. Gerald Stephen Juarez. Theo Carl. Shaniqua Kirkpatrick. They're all, I've had them all in my classes. Zachary Calabas. Edwin Martinez. Matthew McHale. Moten. Daryl Moten. Nicholas Munoz, cum laude. Kira K. Patterson. Jude Pierre. Summa cum laude. Armand Riviera. Magna cum laude. Eric Rodriguez. Patrick Sikorsky.
That's a nice case.
Adriana Solano. Whitney Solano, summa cum laude. Tashaka Thorpe.
Can you hook me up? Anybody who's just like supporting you?
Evan Tomsky. Matthew Vasquez, magna cum laude. Aaron Robley. Wiggins. Will Wright. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Humanities? I don't have a list for that.
Tyler Edwards. Stephen Bafano. Summa cum laude.
Oh, there you are.
Sarah Lynn LaStella. Dyrell Mack. Rain Russell. Janae Thompson. Asiana Williams. Quentin Williams. Damaris West. Khalil Wilson. Oops.
Ladies and gentlemen, proud family, proud faculty members, behold our outstanding graduates of the class of 2021. Let's celebrate the most recent graduates of Bloomfield College. President Evans wants a Texas-sized welcome. We can do better than this. A little bit better. A little bit better. I think Professor Evans said she'll give you an A. It's truly been an honor celebrating your success here today, and thank you to all of our friends and loved ones who have been part of this special day for you. Please be seated. I now have the pleasure of introducing Mr. John Murdoch, member of the class of 1973 and president of the Bloomfield College Alumni Association, who will induct the class of 2021 as the newest members of our Alumni Association.
Class of 2021, you did it. You actually did it. Years of hard work, determination, adjusting to a new way of learning that we affectionately call Zoom. And maybe that occasional party, you finally got your degrees, and you joined a very special group of people called the Bloomfield College Alumni. Now you're going to start the next chapter of your life. And I'd just like to make a couple of suggestions. Number one, stay connected. Social media, you can come to special events we have on campus, you can mentor students, and if you really want to have some fun, we have an organization called the Bloomfield College Alumni Association. And we help the college, we help the students, we sponsor events, and I'll tell you what, we have a lot of fun doing it. And you come on by, and I promise you a seat at our table. So good luck to you all, God bless you all, and I hope to see you all at homecoming. Thank you.
Thank you, John. I now introduce Professor Nancy Bocci, Grand Marshal for today's ceremony, to present our graduates' salute.
Does this have to come down? I'm Professor Bocci, and I am here to salute you on behalf of the faculty. Class of 2021. We are so proud of you and what you have accomplished under extraordinary conditions. Be confident in your abilities. Persevere in reaching your goals. And above all else, keep learning. Congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Bocci, and again, thank you for your dedicated service to Bloomfield College. If you can, please stand now as the Reverend Dr. Anita Wright offers the benediction. After the benediction, we ask that you please remain standing in your places until the platform party and faculty have processed out. I'd like to invite all graduates and guests to join us for a post-commencement reception in the quad area behind the CAT building.
Let us pray. Today we celebrate the completion of your journey with the Bloomfield College. With the help of your professors, advisors, parents, friends, and all who have supported you, you have written your own story. And what a fantastic story it is. It is nuanced with plot twists, trials, and triumphs, and it is not over. Remember the lessons that you have learned in these hallowed walls, the memories you have made on this campus, and the relationships that have been forged. You have done it. Therefore, we send you out into the world. We send you out continuing writing your story. Write your story as you continue your education, as you begin your career, as you travel abroad, or as you discern your next move. This has been a chapter in your story, and you have so much more to do. Therefore, we send you with this blessing. May the inner source guide you as you step into the unknown. May your external sources support you as you build your life. May the lessons you've learned scaffold all you do, and may you live with unspeakable joy, insurmountable peace, and exuberant expectation. Go write your story. Amen.